Hi guys, this is Miss Sun and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm just going to rant and give you my full out flat opinion about BTS right now, and some of these things need to be said because I'm seeing this way too often and I'm getting really annoyed about it that other fans and other K-pop fans have to go through this, and I feel like someone needs to speak for them on their behalf because I know a lot of people out there are going to be afraid because a lot of armies are insane and they literally will go at you for having an opinion on BTS that might not be so positive. Well, let me just tell you guys, bands and your favorite artists are going to get criticized for what they do, and that's the reality of life. Not everything that you like is going to be liked by everyone. There's going to be people that like it and people that don't like it and people that are in the middle. Now, personally for me, I feel like I'm like that person in the middle. I like them, but at the same time, I really don't like BTS. And I have a few reasons for this, and this rant, I did not write any of this down, so I'm just going to be ranting on the top of my head. And if you guys cannot take this opinion, then please click off this video because I know I'm going to be triggering some armies right now, and I really don't care for it because I am just done with some armies right now and K-pop in general or just K-pop fans when it comes to BTS. Now, let me just tell you this. I've been a fan of BTS for 5 years and I've seen the way they've grown in their music, and they actually had a good progression, and I really enjoyed their comebacks, each comeback that they had. And I was amazed, and I loved the story that they had behind those videos and how they connected each music video to the next one and created this whole universe, which was not done by other K-pop artists around like this time or generation. But now, with the release with Persona and also with Idol too, it seems like their content and their music is literally going down the drain because they're trying to appeal to the American crowd and as well to get money because that's where it's at and where they're getting recognition and where it's fame. And with the US, yes, you can make a lot of money, but you know what? That does not make you you. You got famous because people liked who you were. Stop faking who you are now. And that's how I see it. They're just trying to appeal to a crowd and they're not sticking to who they are, even though they promised us fans that they would do so. Now, as a lot of you or some of you might know, that I really hated their song, Boy With Love. It was a disaster of a song. It was a disaster of a comeback. I hate that comeback and that title song to pieces. It's horrible, but I know a ton of my friends love it, and that's fine, and I respect their opinion about liking that song, but I don't think they understand why I don't like it. And every time I try to express myself why I don't like it, they just don't understand why I don't like it. It's because I've seen the progression of BTS and where they've been going and their deep stories behind it. Every time I say like a deep story and with like the deep lyrics and everything, they're like, oh yeah, but Boy With Love had all these deep lyrics and deep meanings and everything about love and blah 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 blah. But I'm like, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the story they had. Did you not notice about the story they had with their other music videos and with their other songs? Did you not recognize their story? That's what I mean about the deep meaning behind their music videos and their lyrics. People completely look that over, especially with my friends, and it irritates me. And that's what I loved about BTS, because I love seeing another part and the next part of the story of the universe that they have going on. And a lot of people just miss that with my friends, and it's just completely annoying. But I can respect that they like that song and they like that comeback, and that is completely fine. That's cool, to each their own. But what I don't like is when people get on you and harp on you because you didn't like the comeback and you didn't like the song. Just because it's BTS does not mean that every song they make is good and great and brilliant. You will be lying to yourself if you said that BTS never made a bad song, that all their songs are great. Well, honey, that is not the truth. You'll be lying to yourself if you said every song is great by BTS, because not every song that they have produced and made are great. And there's been plenty of videos done on songs that are just completely terrible that are from BTS. But because BTS, people just overlook it and don't think about it and throw it away from them because, oh, BTS are amazing. They're the gods of K-pop. But let me just tell you, K-pop is not all all about BTS, honey. There was people before them, and there's people after them, and there's people that's still in the middle with them that are just as good as BTS. And that's what gets me annoyed, because people completely overlook other groups because they're not up to the BTS standards. Just because you got famous in the US does not make you a great artist, okay? That doesn't have to do anything to do with your talent and your music. Getting famous in the US does not determine how great of an artist you are with your music and talent, okay? Now, most of this rant I just want to get out here is the fans are being absolutely annoying, and it breaks my heart as an army. And seeing people go after others, fans going after others for saying that they dislike BTS or something negative about BTS, that is a valid opinion, and it's not completely making fun of them. It's just, an opinion that they have. Fans will go after those people and basically make fun of them, call them trash, call them this, that, names. And I'm sorry to those opinions that I've seen out there that's saying, oh, the way the fandom is shouldn't influence your thinking of how you think about a group and wanting to get into a group. Well, let me tell you this, honey. It really does influence you, because when you get into a group, you want to talk to others who like that group. So you look towards the fandom to interact with people who like that group. People within that group are just toxic and just bad and horrible human beings. Are you really going to enjoy listening to that group or being a fan of that group if other people in the fandom are just terrible human beings? No, I'm sorry. It's definitely going to influence you and the way you think about this group. It's just gonna happen, and that's just the reality of life. And I hate this so much because I've been saying this with so many people, is that if you say anything negative about BTS, either you're going to become an anti, or you're just going to become one of those people that, you're just a hater. You're just a hater. But it's okay to give an opinion about a group, and it's okay to express your opinion about any group, anything, about anything, okay? And it gets me so annoyed that people can't have a voice and criticize other people when they just don't like something. And that's completely fine. That is human. And it just absolutely annoys me. And this is prevalent with ARMYs and the BTS fandom. And I love the boys. I still like BTS, but I'm really falling out of interest with them. My excitement for them is, lowering my level, my excitement. It's not there anymore as it used to be. I'm just very disappointed in the direction that they're going in. I was never excited for their newest comeback. Idol was okay, but I just don't feel anything towards them. No excitement, no nothing. I don't even care if they're going on tour. I don't even care if they're going on these different variety shows or music programs on the US. I don't care what they're doing anymore, because I'm just at that point where I just don't even want to be associated with anything that BTS does, because they are becoming popular and mainstream. I'm sorry, but you can become popular and mainstream and still be who you are and make good music. And I don't see BTS going in that direction that I want them to. They're going to go into the direction that makes them money and that continues to make them popular, but that could also wreck their career in the long run, because there are going to be people like me who like them for who they were and the music that they made are just going to fall out of the fandom, and they're going to lose a ton of fans and probably people who were there for the beginning. And that sucks. And I really don't want to lose interest in them, but it's just getting to the point where I just don't like what they're doing anymore. It's all trash. And I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. They don't feel like they're so authentic anymore. And I wish that they could be more authentic as they used to be. Maybe I would have to wait to their next comeback and see, but if it's like the same thing as I got this time around with Boy With Love, who knows if I'm going to be a fan of BTS anymore, because I'm really disappointed in the way that they're going and disappointed in the ARMYs, and I don't know if I could be a fan and be a part of something that is so toxic that others just can't understand my reasoning behind, or won't give me the time of day to explain my reasonings, or give me the time of day to explain my opinions and why I think so, and have a decent human conversation. So, and literally, if other groups come into conversation, let people talk about those other groups other than BTS, because there are other groups other than BTS, and stop saying that BTS paved the way when other Korean artists are actually shown and get some fame in the US. BTS paved the way for other Korean artists to get their fame, and let those people have their fame, okay? And leave BTS out of it. And I hate that so much. Leave BTS alone when other groups get their fame in the US. And allow other people to explore other groups other than BTS. BTS is not everything, and I'm sick and tired of it. BTS is not the superior group. They really aren't superior at all. There's just a group of 7 boys in a band making music, and they're just like regular people like you and I, okay? They're nothing superior at all. All they have is just the fame that they got from their company. They're nothing. They are not immortal. They're not God. They're just regular human beings, and that's what it all comes down to, alright? And just leave it as that. Allow people to express their opinions about BTS. If they dislike them for something, they dislike them. That should be it, and you shouldn't get so butthurt about it, because I'm done with people being butthurt about expressing their opinions. So please stop it right now. I just hate it so much. People can have their opinions. And the armies, please stop this. I hate it so much when you go off on other people for having opinions. BTS is not everything. Though they're your faves, people can criticize them, and people can have their opinions about them. Alright? So stop it. You get to defend them when someone is actually being mean to them and doing things that can be very detrimental to BTS. That's when you come in and be a fandom. But when someone's just expressing that they're disliking for something about them, expressing their opinion about them, that's fine. It's not gonna hurt the boys one bit, okay? Because they have plenty of other people and fans that like them and are going to give them money and continue to make money, help them to continue to make music and to continue to be famous. So you should be more worried about that than the small amount of people who are haters, because they're still going to be famous no matter what when people just spew and say whatever. So let them say whatever they want, because they're still going to be famous, and focus on your artist and the music, but allow people to express their opinions, because I'm sick and tired of seeing this and having people do that to me. And I'm gonna say this right here, guys, BTS has become westernized, and I don't like it one bit. And if you want me to name groups that haven't become westernized after being famous in the US, I'll name them right here. We got Psy, Girls' Generation, Wonder Girls, Monsta X, even NCT 127 and 2NE1. Each of them got fame in the US, but they stuck to who they are, and they didn't change themselves after they receiving fame in the US. So please stop it. I'm done with you guys. I'm done with certain people, and if this continues, I don't think I'll be a fan of BTS, because it's just not fun anymore. If you have your own opinions about BTS, comment down below, but this is my opinion, and I hope you can accept that. Bye, guys.